Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're working on my buddy's landscaping truck here. It's a 2021 Ram 1500 Classic with the 3.6 Pentastar V6. And we're actually going to be replacing the idler pulley, tensioner pulley, and the serpentine belt. So the complaint was a noise at cold start, kind of like squeaking noise and whatnot. So I did confirm that a couple weeks ago when I first looked at it and narrowed it down to the tensioner pulley, idler pulley, and serpentine belts correct. So we fast forward to under hood here and notice the original serpentine belt for 150,000 kilometers. And looks like none of the accessories here have been touched. Everything looks original. So a quick removal of the belt confirmed the belt was cracked, the idler pulley is noisy, and actually the tensioner itself was seizing up. The spring mechanism had trouble releasing it and putting it back on, as well as the pulley had some major play as well. Here are the parts I decided to go with. This is the part number for the idler pulley, it's the part number for the serpentine belt, and this is the gate part number for the tensioner pulley assembly. So unlike the van version of the 3.6 where it's mounted horizontally, you don't got a lot of room to work on this stuff from the wheel well. So this you can actually stand right inside, which is what I did. I'm skinny enough to fit in there and stand right on the cross member while I remove the belts. So the first thing I recommend doing is grabbing your phone or camera and taking a picture of the belt routing. Now some vehicles come with a sticker or something to show the belt routing, and most don't, especially new cars. So you're best taking a picture so you remember the routing of things so you don't struggle later on. Next thing we're going to tackle is the tensioner pulley here, and how we release it is actually sticking in this hole here the 3/8 end of a ratchet and prying counterclockwise, and what that does is release the spring and we're able to pry off the belt as such. Now best way to do this, you can't pull this off with the ratchet on the way, pull it off from the alternator here. And just like that, she's off. Go ahead and take your ratchet out, wiggle it out slowly, and then you're able to pull off the belt as such. Not sure if the camera can pick it up, but there's some early stage cracking in between each groove here. So rather than risk reusing, this one's got 115,000 kilometers on it, we're just going to go ahead and throw on a new one. Just to show you guys what we're working with here. A very noisy pulley. Not to mention, we have a lot of play side to side for the tensioner. And the same for the idler here. Very noisy. And we got some in and out play back to back here. Again, we're dealing with the original equipment here. So we're going to start with the idler pulley here. Always go ahead and take your new parts and match them up with your old, just to make sure everything is the same here. You don't want to be dealing with taking everything apart only to realize you have the wrong parts. The idler pulley here looks to be the right one. Get some penetrating oil on here. Next we're going to grab our 13mm socket along with a decent size extension, and we're going to go ahead and crack the idler pulley loose. So here's the old one and the new one side by side. I did notice that the old one has a little bit more of a lip. Other than that, the dimensions and all that are the same. As far as the inside and outside go, I'm going to take the existing bolt and simply put it on there. I'm going to clean it up a bit with some brake clean, and we can put it back in the truck. Now I got no idea what the torque spec is for this bolt here, but it was pretty easy to take off. So I just put some insurance, and that is some blue Loctite, just so nothing comes loose. Got the idler bolt here bottomed out, so all I did was tighten it till the end, and then gave it about a quarter turn on the ratchet till it bottomed out. And then we give it a test to spin. Everything spins freely, no binding, no noises, no grinding, no nothing. And we're done with the idler. Next, we're gonna jump to the tensioner pulley here. First thing I'm gonna wanna do is apply some penetrating oil around the bolt here because it looks really rusty. Next up, I'm gonna grab the 16mm here and we're gonna crack that puppy loose. Here's the old and the new side by side. Both are very similar. Designs are a bit different. Even for the back here. This is a notch that locks it into the block, so it doesn't, when you pull it with the spring, it doesn't skip or anything like that. This is a bit different, but overall looks almost identical. Actually, a new one looks like it's designed a bit better. Again, I couldn't find torque specs online for this, so I'm just gonna use the blue Loctite and tighten it up as far as it'll go. Remember the tab here, we gotta make sure it locks into the notch right over there. The way to tell is if it doesn't wiggle side to side anymore, you got it in the right spot. Go ahead and start your bolt by hand. Probably should use my cordless ratchet here, but oh well, it's too far away now. So we're at the end now. What we're gonna do is go till the bottom's out again and give it about a quarter turn. Okay, bottomed out, quarter turn. Take the ratchet out, give it the whole thing a wiggle side to side. Check the grooves and everything's on the side here, make sure it's smooth with the block, and you're good to go, ready to put the belt on. Next, we're moving on to the belt. Best way to confirm if you got the right belt, take your old one, your new one, stretch it out side by side, and just compare that they're roughly the same measurement. The old one's gonna be stretched out a lot more, and the new one's been in a package its whole life. So as long as you're pretty close, it's worth it to at least move on to the next step, and that is putting it on. So this is the part I won't be able to film much because I'm actually going to jump in this thing, and I found that was the best way to route the belt. I'm skinny, I could fit in here. I just start from the water pump here, loop it down to the crankshaft, up to the idler, tensioner, and then the final loop around the alternator there. As you can see, I got my belt on. It wasn't easy. I had to climb in there and stretch out the belt as best as I could because it kept getting crushed as if it was in a packaging again. But what I ended up doing was starting at the AC compressor down there, looped down the water pump, crankshaft pulley. I left it around the tensioner here. I left it loose on the alternator, and then up and finally to the idler here. So when I turned the tensioner here, this was already on, but I just had to do the final loop around the alternator. I found that to be the easiest way. Now, moment of truth to start everything up and see if we got any noises. Also double check, make sure all the belts are sitting where essentially the line was where the old one is, and they're in each groove as far as the grooved pulleys, and essentially in the same spot where the smooth pulleys are. We're gonna go and start it and listen for noises. So this is the truck running. The original complaint was a belt squeal at cold start, so this is a cold start. This truck's been sitting here for a few days, and it's quiet as a whistle. I'm watching the belt rotate along all the pulleys, and everything seems to be rotating evenly. The belt doesn't look like it's going to fall off or anything like other than mine, as you can see. That to me is a job well done. So that just about wraps up this video, guys. Ram 1500 Classic, 3.6 liter V6, serpentine belt, idler pulley, tensioner pulley replacement.
If this video helped you guys at all, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to be doing more videos on this truck as it's getting higher mileage now and there's always going to be repairs needed. So check back again soon for more videos on this Ram here or the Civic here or my Jeep back there. Thanks so much, guys.